All right, welcome back, everybody. Today we are going to be talking about your pretest and reviewing for your test that you're going to be taking on Friday. So I don't want to overwhelm you with questions today. What I would rather do is I would rather just focus on some big ideas and then give you guys a little bit of time to practice and process, and then even to go back and review some of your your previous homework assignments and maybe even watch another video. So looking at this first problem, the first thing we started talking about this unit was how to solve using the zero product property. Now remember, when we get a problem like this, what we want to do is we want to take each of the parts, so the blue part, and we want to say equals 0, and then we want to take the red part and say equals 0. And then it's our job to simply solve. So if I do the blue one first, I would say, well, I got to get rid of the 3 to get x alone, so I'm going to do that using subtraction. That makes this cancel out, and then 0 take away 3 is negative 3. So negative 3 would be my answer. Now for the red problem, I would have to do a little bit more work. The first thing I would do is get rid of the 6 using subtraction, and that would leave me with 2x is equal to negative 6. And then I would come over and say divide by 2 and divide by 2 because I'm trying to get x alone. Negative 6 divided by 2 is a negative 3. So I get negative 3 for both answers in this one. Let's take a look at another problem like that, but one that's just slightly more complicated. So in this situation, we have 3 parts. We have the green part, the blue part, and the red part. Now, in order to solve this problem, what we want to do is take each of the parts and say equals 0, equals 0, and equals 0. Once I get each of those parts alone like that, then I can simply come over and solve them. So to solve the green one, since 3 is hooked on by multiplication, we're going to divide to get rid of it. 0 divided by 3 is 0. So that will be our green solution. So x equals 0. Then we go to the blue portion. To solve this, we would start by adding 4 to each side. That would make these two cancel off, so I'll be left with 2x is equal to a positive 4, and then I would divide off the 2 and divide off the 2, which would leave me with x equals 2. Nice job. Now, for the last one, this one maybe looks the strangest, but we were trying to get x alone, so let's get rid of the 3. Since it's a minus 3, we're going to add 3 to undo it. Those two pieces are going to cancel off, and I'll be left with x equals positive 3. And just like that, we are done. We found our 3 solutions. So that's the first skill that you're going to be assessed on your test. And down here below, you're going to get more time to practice that when you get to your homework today. The second skill you're going to be assessed on your test is your ability to solve using square roots. Now the way you're going to do this is you're always going to start by getting the x squared all by itself. So we're going to start by taking 10 away from everything. That will leave me with 2x squared is equal to 50. And then we want to divide by 2 and divide by 2, which will leave us with x squared is equal to 25. Now to finish this problem up, what we want to do is then take the square root, because the square root is what undoes squaring something. And then if I punch that in on my calculator, the square root of 25 is just 5. Which makes that our answer. Let's take a look at another problem like that. So in this problem, we are going to first start by getting rid of the minus 5. Since it's a minus 5, we can add 5 to get rid of it. Now, when we do that, these two pieces cancel off, and I'm going to be left with 6x squared is equal to 36. Now, to finish solving this problem, we need to get x squared all by itself. So we're going to divide by 6 and divide by 6. And when we do that, those two pieces cancel out, and we're left with x squared is equal to 6. Now, at this point, we want to take the square root of both sides, so the square root and the square root, and we're going to see that these two pieces cancel each other out. So we're going to be left with x is equal to the square root of 6, which is 2.449, and remember 9's bigger than 5, so it's going to round that up to be 2.45, and just like that we are done. your homework's going to look very similar to this. So you're going to get time to go through and work through a few problems. If you're having any questions working on those homeworks, make sure you're popping back into this Google Meet and asking those questions. Remember, I am always here to help you guys figure out what you need to be successful in this class. You just got to take the first step forward. If you have any other questions, please be sure to make sure you reach out to me. If you're doing well on this stuff, make sure you go through and complete the pre-test, and then good luck on the test tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Have a nice day.